I think the irony of looking at any of Van Gogh's art, but particularly of this period, is to think about the melancholy that he was personally experiencing, but the exuberance of his art and the happiness that seems to come through with these paintings of an incredibly vibrant, imaginative color and such deep expressiveness. And there appears to be an optimism, not just a sadness, but a freedom that he expresses. In this period at the end of his life, which is particularly tortured, he produced some of the greatest art of the 19th century. This painting comes from quite a sad period in Van Gogh's life because it's from the same year that he ultimately ended his own life. He painted so many canvases in 1890. He's in Auvers, and he went there to stay near Dr. Gachet at the recommendation of his brother Theo after having left the asylum in Saint-Remy. Dr. Gachet was a homeopathic doctor who lived in Auvers, and he was a collector of Impressionist artists. Dr. Gachet had 2 Cézanne floral still lifes in his collection that Van Gogh certainly looked at and might have been a model in some respects for these floral still lifes that he painted. This is very much Van Gogh's mature period, where you can see his distinctive style coming through. And he's moved away from a more academic, somewhat static and traditional presentation of still life painting that he had done earlier. And here, there's this great interplay of the unique and twisting angularity and expressionism of the forms of each of those organic elements, contrasted with the hatching in the background, something that people seek to see in Van Gogh's work, and then the real abstract flatness of the table, but still that dramatic foreshortening and uniquely sort of modern perspective. The background's blue, the vine is red, everything feels technicolor, it feels happy, it feels like a really positive expression of the world around him. This painting actually has a fascinating provenance. The work was owned by Alfred Linden, a Citroën heir. His collection was assembled in Paris, but he rightly interpreted that his family would need to leave and placed his entire art collection at Chase Manhattan Bank in Paris before leaving for exile in Canada with his family. In 1940, the Nazis went and raided the bank looking for money and instead found the Linden art collection, which they promptly confiscated. Fortunately, this work was restituted to the Linden family, which is a wonderful result. And then another subsequent owner of great acclaim was Lila Acheson Wallace, one of the founders of Reader's Digest and the founder of one of the foremost corporate art collections in history. Van Gogh's, but particularly Van Gogh's from this pivotal period in his life, come to the market very rarely, understandably. So a work of this scale, importance, but also intimacy and gentle beauty is just really exciting to see. So we all know the end of the story, but when I look at this painting, it looks like a happy day, because what this painting represents is a day when he went and collected some natural elements from his environment, assembled them, and painted. And from what we know, that would seem to be his happiest time.